everybody. Today's practice tip is to break things down into smaller steps. This is a mistake that I see a lot of people making when they're practicing, that they're just trying to tackle too much at once. And what this does is it overloads your working memory, and then you can't really pay attention to anything well. I think a lot of times people are hesitant to break things down into smaller steps because they feel like they shouldn't have to. It feels like, well, I should be able to play this. Why do I have to narrow it down to just each little teeny shift, for instance, or each teeny little rhythmic thing? Take should out of your vocabulary. I say to my students all the time, there is no should, there just what is. There's no shame whatsoever in breaking things down, and you will solve the problem much faster if you break it down into small steps, solidify each small step, and then integrate the thing into a whole. So I'm going to put a video in here of me doing this with something so you can see what it looks like, but that's your practice tip for today. Break things down into far more little steps than you think you need to, than you think you should. Solidify each one and then put it back together. All right, I've just started working on a new piece, and right at the beginning I'll put the music in here so you can see it. There's 3 chords essentially, and I'm having a hard time on the 3rd double stop playing it in tune and doing the dynamics. So first order of business is I'm going to take the dynamics out of it, and I'm just going to work on getting in tune. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to play the 2nd chord and then the bottom of the 3rd double stop, because the B needs to be tuned to the G, so I need to make sure the G's in tune. So, no dynamics. Okay, that feels fine. Let's do it from the beginning. No dynamics. Okay, that also feels fine. So now I'm going to do from the 2nd chord to the bottom of the 3rd and then add the top note of the 3rd. So I can hear that the bottom note's in tune, then add the 3rd. So. Okay. Okay, that also feels fine. So now I'm going to do the 2nd to the 3rd and just play the double stop as is. And what I'm going to be focusing on is singing that double stop in my head, the 3rd one. So my singing wasn't clear. That's better. Better. Okay, that feels a lot better with intonation. So let's go from the beginning now. Still no dynamics. Okay, that feels fine. So now dynamics. So the biggest challenge is the mezzo forte on the 2nd chord going to the subito piano. So I'm just going to figure out how I want the subito piano to feel, because that's low and they're kind of close, so it's hard to make them speak. So I have to focus more on the bottom note. All right. So now I'm going to go from the 2nd to the 3rd to see if I can get that with dynamics. Almost. That's better. Okay, that one felt good. Okay, let's try from the beginning now with the dynamics. I didn't do the hairpin on the third one, but the rest of that was good. Okay, let's record and see what it sounds like. Third chord didn't quite speak, but. Okay, the transition was slightly clumsy on that one. So now it needs to be left alone for a little bit so my brain can process it. I'm gonna talk later in the week about breaks, but I'm gonna come back to this later today and review my work, see how it is, and then probably work on something else.